Welcome to Social Working's lecture on Principal Administration. Have you ever wondered how organizations action to help those in need? Or how they ensure fairness and efficiency while tackling issues like poverty or education? Today, we'll look into the heart of social welfare administration to explore these questions and more. In this session, we'll uncover the principles of social welfare administration with practical examples to bring it all to life. Think of it as a journey to understand how agencies organize people, resources, and plans to create lasting change in communities. Let's get started and see how this work shapes a better society, step by step. Social welfare administration is like the backbone of organizations that work to improve lives, especially for those who are struggling. It's about bringing together people, ideas, and resources to solve social problems like hunger or lack of health care in a way that's fair and effective. It's a team effort to make the world a better place, one step at a time. Now, let's explore the key principles of social welfare administration as shared by someone named Tracker. These principles are like guiding lights that help agencies do their work well. For each one, I'll give you a real-world example to show how it makes a difference. The first principle is social work values. This is about building everything on ideas like equality, social justice, and empowering people. For example, picture a community center in a small town. They run a program to teach job skills to unemployed women, making sure everyone, no matter their background, gets a fair chance to join. This shows equality and empowerment, helping women support their families with confidence. Next is the principle of community and client needs. Programs must focus on what people really need, not just what the agency thinks is best. Imagine a village where kids can't read because they have no books. A welfare agency listens to the families and sets up a mobile library that visits every week. By meeting the real need for books, the program is loved and changes lives. The principle of agency purpose means having clear goals and sticking to them. Think of a non-profit aiming to reduce homelessness in a city. Their goal is to build 100 temporary shelters in a year. Every choice, hiring staff, raising money, or picking locations focuses on that goal. This keeps the agency strong and effective. Then there's the principle of cultural setting. Agencies must understand the community's culture, like its traditions or beliefs, because these affect whether people accept help. For example, in a rural area where family traditions matter, an agency teaching healthcare might involve local elders to share the message. This respect for culture makes the program work better. The principle of purposeful relationship is about building trust with staff, other agencies, and the community. Picture a food bank working with local schools and churches. The manager meets regularly with teachers and pastors to plan food drives. These strong connections make it easier to collect and share food with families in need. Next is the principle of agency totality. This means seeing the agency as a whole, like how all its parts work together. Think of an agency as a garden. The plants, programs, soil, resources, and gardeners, staff, must all cooperate to grow. For example, a youth center offers sports, tutoring, and counseling. The director ensures all programs share resources and staff talk to each other, so kids get the best support. The principle of professional responsibility is about keeping high standards and being accountable. Imagine a social worker at a child welfare agency. She carefully records every case, follows ethical rules, and checks in with families often. Her professionalism keeps kids safe and earns the agency trust. The principle of participation says the community should help plan and run programs. This makes people feel involved and ensures programs succeed. For example, a town wants to clean up a polluted river. The agency invites residents to planning meetings, and they suggest adding trash bins and teaching kids about recycling. This teamwork makes the cleanup a success. Communication is a vital principle. Clear communication within the agency and with the community is key. Imagine an agency running a health clinic. They use simple flyers, radio ads, and community meetings to share news about free checkups. Inside the agency, they use group chats for updates. This open communication keeps everyone informed and engaged. The principle of leadership calls for a leader who inspires and guides the team. Picture a director of a disaster relief agency after a flood. She motivates her team to work hard, coordinates with other groups, and shares a vision of rebuilding the community. Her leadership keeps everyone focused and hopeful. Planning is about thinking ahead, like making a map for a trip. For example, an agency wants to start a school lunch program. They plan by checking how many kids need food, finding local suppliers, and setting a budget. This careful planning ensures every child gets a meal. The principle of organization means arranging work so everyone knows their role. Imagine a large agency with teams for education, health, and housing. Each team has a leader, and tasks are clear. One team trains teachers, another checks clinics. This structure keeps everything smooth and efficient. Delegation is about giving tasks and trust to the right people. For example, in a welfare agency, the director lets the human resources team handle hiring. This frees her to focus on big decisions, and the HR team feels trusted to do their job well. The principle of coordination ensures everyone works together without wasting effort. Picture two agencies in a town helping single mothers. They coordinate. One offers job training, the other childcare. This teamwork helps more mothers without repeating work. The principle of resource utilization is about using limited resources wisely. For example, an agency with a small budget buys used computers for a training center and asks volunteers to teach. This smart use of resources helps more people learn skills. The principle of change focuses on creating positive social change. An agency might see many teens dropping out of school. They start a mentorship program to guide teens, aiming to reduce dropouts and improve their futures. This change helps the whole community. The principle of evaluation means checking if programs are working. For example, an agency runs a clean water project. Every few months, they test the water and ask villagers if they're healthier. This evaluation shows what's working and what needs fixing. Finally, the principle of growth says programs should help everyone, not just a few. An agency building playgrounds ensures they're accessible to children with disabilities. This inclusive growth benefits the whole community. I hope this lecture was helpful. For more details, visit www.socialworkin.com. Thank you.